Hi guys, hi everyone. I'm just gonna try and see if I can get myself starting to spit rain, of course, when I start my video. But today I'm gonna do this in a two-part video, and I'm so sorry. I really hate doing two-part videos. But one, I don't think the weather is gonna hold out for a full video. But two is that we have to have some understanding. We have to have a grasp of some words, if you will, in order for what I channeled from spirit to make sense. Okay, so in my second part video, I'll actually go into how you can connect to spirit, how your inner heart. So many people say to us, oh, just connect, and they make it sound so easy, but you know what, the reality is it's freaking hard. Okay, at least for me it was hard, and I didn't know. A lot of times, if you're not using your discernment, your knowing, okay, you could be going into a being and thinking that that is spirit. Okay, so I'm gonna explain to you how, one way, at least for me, how I know that I'm connecting to spirit, and I'm not just connecting to some entity out there that wants to either mess with me or it really is giving me truth. Okay, so in this video, what we're gonna go over is just some words, because we really need to understand what spirit means in order to grasp what I've channeled, what I'm gonna go over in the next video. So the first word is, we need it when spirit uses the word tablet. Okay, it's referring to our brain. Okay, so whenever I channel and I read to you the word tablet, think of your brain. Okay, spirit uses a lot of the terminology, memory tablet, and all that spirit's referring to is the part of our brain that houses our memory. Okay, it also likes to use the word thought process. Well, thought process is just thinking, how we think. Okay, when spirit comes through and it says your known thought process, that's your consciousness. Okay, that's what we would call our consciousness today. When I channel and spirit says the unknown thought process, that's your subconscious. Okay, so those are kind of easy. Those ones are easy. The next word that I want to go over is lesson. So it was interesting to me that my friend, she asked me to sit for her and receive a message from spirit regarding some stuff that she was going through, and see if I could give her some more information. So when I got done and I read to her what I had channeled, she said, I really hate the word lesson. And spirit uses that word quite a bit. It uses it a lot. And I said to her, well, why do you hate it? And she's like, well, it just takes me back to school, when I was back in school, and we had to learn a lesson, that whole, I don't want to learn again, or, I might be wrong, what if I do it wrong, or I don't get the right answer, or whatever. And I sat on it, and I was like, oh, you're right. We've been so programmed from our society to think that the word lesson has such a bad connotation to it. But the reality is, it's really not. All that spirit means when it says lesson is that think of it as an experience. It's an experience that your soul wants to explore. Okay? Lessons are not bad things. A lot of people sit there and they'll say to me, I don't think, this is what my partner and I go through a lot. He's had some hard times in his family with different things. And me, with my background as a nurse, I've gone through a lot of things with my patients. And, I did ALS for a while. And it's really kind of important. And only, again, take what resonates with you, okay? We're all on our own journey. We all have our own understanding. And we have to be uncomfortable in order to learn. Okay? As difficult as it is for us to think that someone would contract, this is what I believe. I believe we contract for all of our experiences before we come down. You know, even if it's a disease, we contract to have it. And the reason why I say this is that through our uncomfortableness, through our uneasiness, you know, whether we're a caretaker of someone who's going through something, or we're that person going through something, it shows us something about ourselves. Okay? When I would do ALS patients, I saw them every 3 months, and I would see the progression of the disease, but I would see the growth of that family. I would see the growth of that person in front of me. You know, it's hard to explain, but through that uncomfortableness of that disease, they were learning things about themselves that they would never have learned had they gone through something else. And I do believe that we contract with family members, our family or our friends or whoever is in our community, to go through that experience with them so they learn things too. You know, you see, as the disease progresses, yes, it's horrible, absolutely horrible. I would never ever want anyone to go through that. But what I saw was actually a progression in the understanding of oneself. So, you know, there is talk today that, that in, about 10 years from now, there's a group of beings, if you will, who want us to be just a shell of a human. And there's a big movement in our society today to make everything rainbows and unicorns, make everything, we don't want them to feel uncomfortable. We want everything to feel comfortable. Well, no, we can't do that. You need the uncomfortableness in order to learn about yourself. It's only when we're uncomfortable that we find answers. If everything is rosy cozy, and that gives us no initiative or no incentive to figure out why we're feeling uncomfortable or uneasy, or makes us appreciate what we do learn. Okay? We need that uncomfortableness. So when Spirit says lesson, it's just an experience that the soul wants to explore. Okay? We've been so programmed again to think of it as a negative connotation, and it's not. There is no right or wrong, guys. Okay? It's just our soul exploring something. Okay? The next two words, these are the most difficult ones to really grasp. And I think part of the reason why is that, when I've been working on sound healing, methodology about it and things like that. And, having a grasp of energy, everything is energy. This cup, is energy. The tea, the turmeric tea inside of it is energy, okay? My necklace is energy. Your energy. Everything is energy. And if you're able to see energy, you'll understand what I'm saying. It's eventually you can manipulate energy by your intention. That's all it is, okay? We can tell that energy what we want it to be if we understand the frequency or the vibration of that energy, okay? So I want to go over, what does vibration and frequency mean? So when I talked to Spirit and I asked Spirit, I said, can you give me a definition of what is your understanding of the word vibration and frequency? So what it said, sorry, I'm gonna grab a drink. What it said was that vibration is a soul's signature. It names the energy it is. So vibration, the naming of it. So in order for me to feel this mug, we're in the 3D world. It's very dense here, but we need that density in order to feel things, to touch things, okay? We need, in order for it to create that density, we need vibration. The vibration is what forms the meshing of that energy to create your mug. You. This chair, this chair over here. This is what we need. We need vibration to form things, okay? To name it, to create it, okay? This notebook here, okay? Now, frequency is how a soul communicates to another soul. So think of it as our sounds, our words, but I don't even want to use unspoken word, because you can actually hear the frequencies. Your body is hearing the frequencies, okay? Your soul is picking up the frequency of different things. When you meet someone, okay, and they just kind of rub you the wrong way, you're just like, oh, you know what, this person's never done me any wrong, but oh, I just don't like being around them. Their frequency just isn't something that meshes with you, okay? It's just not something, it's like when you love someone's voice, and you're like, oh, you could just listen to them all day, that's because their voice has a healing frequency that you need, okay? And what I was just receiving while I paused there for a second was, Spirit was actually showing me that, or my guides actually were showing me that, actually, I was a little confused just then about the frequency, because what it was saying was, it was actually the person's vibration that creates that disharmony, creates that this harmony in the mesh, is what they were showing me. I thought that was very interesting. So I think it's actually someone's vibration that you may not, when you meet that person, you're kind of like, oh, I don't know if what it is about that person. What my guides were showing me was that it was actually the person's vibration, which was interesting, that was creating friction among the meshing. They showed me mesh is what they showed me, and then literally the mesh in a how do I want to describe it? The mesh was actually being rubbed apart. Does that make any sense? It's hard for me to describe sometimes what I see, but so I think that the vibration is more when you meet someone and you're just like, oh, I don't like them. That's really more vibrational, not frequency. Okay, very interesting. Anyway, I'm learning as I go along. I'm always learning, always learning. You've got to learn all the time, guys. So understanding the difference between vibration and frequency is going to be very important for you to understand what I channeled, what I'm going to channeled on how to connect to spirit, okay? So also what I channeled on love, I received a lot about love. That was very interesting too for me, and I want to share that with everyone. So getting those words, that verbiage under your belt will help you understand the next video. So, and I promise that next video will come out either later today or tomorrow. Yeah, if you like this video, you found it helpful, help me push it out to other people, hit the like button, subscribe if you're not a subscriber already and you want to get some more of my videos, some more of my channels from spirit. Kind of go with me on this journey of understanding. Again, today I just got a better idea of something. So yeah, and my email is down below. If there's anything you want to talk about, comment, share an experience, email me. Feel free, okay? We're all on this learning journey together, you know. I may not get to it that day. You email me. Where I am on the island, our internet is scant at different places. So I'll get to you, your email. So, but if you want a Akashic record reading, email me down below. I'll schedule it, set that up with you. And yeah, I think that's it. And I promise you the next video will come out soon. Bye.